I want to talk about the Knights of Ren now because I don't know how much longer I can wait.
Okay,
and
Knights of Ren.
Promised me,
Jordan, please, let's
that
talk
we
about
could
the Knights
talk
of
about
Ren.
the Knights of Ren.
Please,
as
it's
soon as we
the
got
second
started.
topic. Yes, Jordan, please, for the love of God, save me. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, that was so abrasive.
But I'm excited.
Okay, tell me about it. Why?
Well,
Why?
because this is absolutely not what I expected with a picture of the Knights of Ren. Absolutely 100% not what I was thinking we were going to get from these potential villains.
So can you explain, when you say that, I need you to
So-
explain what you thought it was going to be. Because I thought they were going to be like, I thought they were just going to be black hooded guys with red lightsabers.
That's what I figured too. I thought they were going to be like Luke Skywalker acolytes, and maybe they are. I thought that they were going to be have their lightsabers, maybe dressed similar to Kylo, maybe with or without different types of helmets. Probably less adept at necessarily sword fighting and stuff like that. But I was expecting this was going to be our band of Sith, if you will, even though we know they're not Sith.
Right.
But then what we get is a picture, Jesse, that to me looks a lot like a group of really hardened, seasoned bounty hunters.
My first instant was like, wow, these guys, they look nothing like force sensitive or, I was expecting lightsabers or something like that. No, we've got blasters. I think one of them's got like a vibro sword and everything. They're really grungy looking, and they look like they've been, to hell and back kind of thing.
I mean, I'll be honest, out of my excitement in seeing this article, I just scrolled through all the pictures so I could oogle and ogle without reading what the captions were. And then I get to the actual article itself and I'm reading through and they're talking about the Knights of Ren picture. I'm like, we didn't see a Knights of Ren picture. I go back to the cover shoot with all the pictures, and sure enough, here it is with the stunt coordinator directing the Knights of Ren. And I'm just like, this is 100% not what I was expecting.
I am really excited that we are getting to see them physically there with JJ. They were kind of a creation of JJ Abrams, from my understanding. They were maybe, who knows what role they would have played in the story, but they're playing a role now in episode 9. What I like, there was a guy on Twitter that actually found out that the one staff, the one Knight of Ren is holding in the middle of your screen there, that staff is actually in Solo. It appears on the yacht of Paul Bettany's character. On that yacht, and it's in the background next to the Mandalorian armor.
Really?
And so, two things here: the connectivity. We're talking about wrapping this 9-year saga. I like how they've also included some, a throwback to the Solo movie. I think that's great. I would be fascinated to find out how they bring back Rogue One. Maybe it's like Admiral Raddus, like how hunters have like the heads of deer on their wall. Maybe it's like they recovered Raddus's head and he's like there. I don't know.
That's terrible.
No.
But the other thing that I like about this too is like, what's the story connection? Okay, so it's not just a throwback. Like, is it the same staff? If it is this like a Crimson Dawn tie that maybe we have here? So like, were these guys somehow connected to Maul? I mean, there's such a time gap here. I understand that you start doing the math. There's a lot of years. A lot of things could definitely happen. But for me, that's what excites me the most is, okay, maybe they're not Sith, but what role do they play with the dark side of the Force? These acolytes, what inspired them? You mentioned Chuck Wendig's book earlier. Is this a connection to that group that we read about in that book? And that was 4 or 5 years ago. So I mean, it's starting to stack up. We're starting to get rewarded as fans here who consume the books, consume the comics. And now it's like, okay, if we're going to wrap it up, how does it tie back? To bring that bow through the loop, it has to pull something with it. So I'm really excited to find out what is uncovered there. But Jesse, when we watched that teaser in Star Wars Celebration, we saw that scene of Kylo Ren pummeling that person with a blunt end of his saber hilt. It was confirmed in this story that was most definitely a Knight of Ren. So how does their role shift during this movie now that we know that piece of information?
Oh, man, like, I totally forgot about that, honestly. Like, it's... Dude, I think we're in for a wild ride here because, I mean, like, if...
No way. You don't say.
Wild ride, like, in more ways than one.
Jesse. Wow.
But
there'll be men, there'll be women, they'll be on screen, there'll be lightsabers.
Like, I'm just interested, like, their combat ability, because, I mean, like, a lightsaber is definitely, we can all agree, a very formidable weapon, especially in close quarter combat and everything. And it's just like, how are these guys going, if they're going to fight Kylo, I mean, let's face it. I mean, if you think Kylo's whiny or temperamental, that boy can throw down with his lightsaber. We definitely saw that in Last Jedi and everything. So,
but do you buy the fact that they might have gone away in the galaxy and now they're coming back from this mission and they're like, hey, Kylo Ren, we need to get this stuff done. And then it's just like, no, change of plans.
It's like, no, I'm doing my own thing. And then they like...
Because like the way I see this, the Knights of Ren were on this mission. That's why we didn't see them during maybe the first 2 of this trilogy. They come back. Kylo is starting to help them finish up, whatever that mission is. there's some encounter. Maybe it's with Leia or maybe it's with Rey. He starts to see the error of his ways, and now this grand battle ensues where he's taking down the Knights of Ren. I would have to think that would have to happen later in the movie. That couldn't be in the first 15 minutes. I mean, if he gets redeemed, he's not redeemed until that third act. You know what I'm saying? That's my point. Mm-hmm. Jesse, were you listening to me at all? No, you weren't. That's all right. No, it's all right. I
saw something in one of the Vanity Fair pictures because David here distracted me. David Gilbert.
Oh boy.
The pictures are pretty, and
Episode
I get
65.
distracted.
I'll point this out as soon as we get to this particular picture.
Trying so hard to give you a professional quality product.
You'll be proud of me.
Thank you for watching Beyond the Blast Doors. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up and leave a comment. Beyond the Blast Doors, a Star Wars conversation.